So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. No matter where you are, we're super happy to have you joining us today to talk about smart engineering with Gemini Code Assist. This webinar was specially crafted for you by Avenue Code in partnership with Google. I'm Jimmy, I'm Vice President of Operations for Avenue Code North America. And to lead us today through the topics, we have our super guests, Stephen Richardson, Customer Engineering at Google Cloud, and Michael Oliveira. He's a Solution Architect at Avenue Code. And for those who don't know Avenue Code yet, we've been empowering our client success for over 17 years with consulting expertise in digital transformation. And since 2022, Avenue Code is part of AIR, the Air Revolution company. It's one of the 7 AI powerhouses making the AI revolution um, the revolution for our clients. And for that, we count with more than 6,000 professionals um, spread across our development centers in Europe, North, and South America with one big goal to support, to keep supporting our more than 300 clients in the base to succeed in their innovation journey. And our story with Google Avenue Codes is a long time partner with Google Cloud. Um, Everything started in South America. We are 4 times Google Partner of the Year in LATAM, and now we're expanding this successful story to North America. And without no delay, I wanted to call our first guest, which is Stephen Richardson from Google, to start with the real thing. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the webinar.
Hi, I'm Stephen Richardson, and I'm going to do a presentation today on Google Cloud Assist and how at Google we're really driving Code Assist into this new era of AI transformation. Generative AI has sparked the collective imagination in ways I don't think most of us have seen in a very long time. In addition, corporate appetite and openness to this technology has rapidly shifted. It's new, it's useful, and enterprise leaders are ready to engage. With Gen AI, IT is shifting from being a cost center to a driver of innovation. Now it is the time to be bold and take advantage of this generational shift and start using this innovation to strengthen your competitive advantage and capture the value from these upcoming opportunities. While Gen AI can be used for many use cases, one of the areas where enterprises can quickly capture value is by applying Gen AI across the technology estate. We are clearly witnessing the market cycles continue to shrink, and technologies that used to take years to adopt are now adopted in months. To remain competitive in these shrinking adoption cycles, you have to take a holistic approach to accelerate. And you do that by innovating quickly through higher velocity. You use AI as ready as a kind of a profound change to your enterprise IT experience. And you partner with the technologies leaders like Google. So in that vein, we have kind of two different approaches and two different consumers of AI. The first type is consumer LLM, BART technology, what we call Gemini. Just think about this as consumer AI as Google search on steroids. Um, the second bit is enterprise. Enterprises need to be able to build something using LLMs. Different sets of requirements to consumers are, they're consumed with it. And so often enterprises are trying to figure, how do we actually fit in this LLM market and how do we actually implement this stuff? Google has, Google offers a full end-to-end solution for AI. So if you look across our portfolio stack, we actually have anything from application lifecycle all the way down to the database. We have features and applications that facilitate a end-to-end stack. But today we're really going to be focusing on two bits, and that's application lifecycle and software development. Gemini is innovation that marks a pivotal shift in the realm of enterprise software delivery. And Gemini Code Assist is the first AI assistant designed to provide comprehensive assistance throughout the entire lifecycle. This is more than just IDE code assistance. And again, software delivery is more than just writing code. It's building, deploying, and operating applications. Gemini Code Assist enables a modern developer experience that empowers developers to stay in tune with the flow state longer, where developers are fully immersed in their favorite development activities and maintain context and focus. Whether they're learning about Google Cloud Services, authoring or accessing APIs, writing, testing, or debugging code, they should be able to perform most of their duties from within their IDE to minimize interruptions. While Gemini Foundation models uh, learn from code repositories that are open, Gemini Code Assist can be extended to personalized organizational context and your enterprise code. So IDC just published in February this year a study that developers said that coding was only 16% of their total working time, with the rest being spent on operational tasks. Not so incredible. So developers feel like AI is making them more productive, but they're still stuck with more than 4 to 5 of the daily tasks that, one, likely don't excite them, and two, don't drive the value for the organizations they're coding. But even when they are coding, are AI tools helping their organizations ship apps? Earlier, we said devs productive throughout going down coding isn't the bottleneck. 80% of the improvement for 16% of the time. Google's vision and approach for AI augmented development is to empower enterprise AI adoption by focusing on quality and software delivery performance. We do that by empowering the enterprise AI adoption by making development operations more secure, fully integrated, and available everywhere. We improve quality not just for speed by making code bases aware, giving enterprise context, and making software development more consistent and maintainable. This allows our customer to boost the software delivery performance. So in our AI ecosystem, Gemini Code Assist and Gemini 2.5, they work in conjunction to provide this context, this project context, enterprise context, and the enterprise context that goes into building code with Code Assist. So where do I get started? The best way to get started is by integrating Code Assist into your existing IDE of choice. From Microsoft to JetBrains, Code Assist is available to assist you on your coding journey. Now for a light demonstration of how Code Assist works throughout the software development lifecycle. In this demonstration, we're going to retrieve the required information for the project by importing a PRD from a Google Doc. Then using some context and guidelines, we will write some code. When we have written the code, we will push the code into a repository and review. So let's get started. To kick this off, I'm going to pull in a Gemini agent into my IDE to interact with my PRDs in a Google Doc. First thing you saw in the console listing is the available PRDs. Once open, we have Gemini summarize the PRD, and then we are going to dig deeper into the API dependencies by asking Gemini to explain what those API dependencies are. Now that we have the PRD and understand the PRD, we're going to take those requirements of an API and we're going to create an API spec for the PRD. Once the API spec is created, it'll be available to view in the Apogee API Hub. Now that we have this API spec, we can build the microservice that supports the API. In this instance, we're going to use Gemini to create a Flask app. Okay, now that we have a code and we have this application that we created and we've submitted it to GitHub, um, we want to talk about, as you code, there's a feature that we have available that allows you to basically re-index all of your existing enterprise code back into Gemini, so that as you create code and you've created models associated to like how your code is written, you re-index that code into the model so that it only gets better as you use it. Now, saying that, now that you've re-indexed, you have the ability to re-index that code, you may want to have a scenario where you want to exclude certain files from the indexing, and then in that you can include a file called .ai exclude that allows you to exclude files from indexing. And this is how Code Assist continually gets better as you use it in your projects, is by reintegrating all of your code into the platform itself. Some of you might ask, what happens if, with my code, if it's indexing, is that going back out to Google? Actually, no. So what's happening when it reindexes your code, it's actually staying within your own Google project. And there's actually capabilities within, Code Assist Enterprise that store and maintain those new indexes. So all of this stays within the context of only your code. Okay, now back to coding. In this example, we're going to show you quickly how Gemini can help you understand the code generated or code that somebody else created. This is a common problem, with software development, is that, hey, sometimes I get some code that was either generated by AI or maybe it was generated by some other coder and I don't have any idea what it does. Gemini can actually look at code and explain it to you. So you can actually use it as an assistant to understand someone's code. On the left side, we saw that there was some missing dependencies. And this side, we're going to in this slide, we're going to see that there was in the last slide we saw that there was some missing dependencies, and in this example we're going to see Gemini implement an API base in the definition of the PRD. Going further, Code Assist can also help assist you in actually creating code and see how it enriches your code experience, code suggestion experience. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but there's also, the ability to review code within GitHub and GitLab with regards to, with Gemini assisted code. You can also have Gemini be your code reviewer, so it can actually do the review and suggest changes to code that was submitted. And lastly, the last piece of the demo is really just showing if there's an issue with the code, you can use Gemini to fix the code. In this scenario, we're seeing, Gemini you can actually see that there's an issue with the code with the spelling of main. It's going to go in there and it's going to suggest a fix to that. And it's also going to suggest, hey, maybe you forgot to do a unit test. You should do a unit test for this code too, because all of your other code has unit tests, and it's looking at the history of what you've done within your enterprise. So I mentioned earlier about code reviews. This is the feature that was launched recently, and we do have the ability to do code reviews within Gemini Code Assist. It helps you increase the quality of your code submitted. It's more effective code reviews. So You're not necessarily dependent on human eyes to find issues. You meet developers where they are. So if you're not always having to schedule these things, and it's really good to be able to have the flexibility of having something around to be able to do these assistants. So the last little bit I'm going to talk about is Code Assist by itself is awesome, but when you include Code Assist with third-party products like Sneak, it takes that level of integration to the next level. By bundling together with Sneak, we see that kind of two pressing needs for today's teams: faster development to stay competitive, and a robust security that can scale the speed of AI. Businesses can reap those rewards without the time of finding and onboarding two different solutions. In addition, our partnership kind of builds a best of breed expertise in security and AI velocity. This is really kind of giving you the capability of like finding vulnerabilities in your code. And we're actually going to show you, how Sneak works with Google Cloud. The first example is if you didn't know, Sneak is really focused on securing and finding vulnerabilities in your code. They have a huge library of data around how to actually write your code in a secure fashion. And so when you incorporate Sneak into Cloud Assist, Code Assist, you can actually get access to that library of information while you're working. For instance, this is a scenario where it's showing, hey, like I want to know how to secure this part of my code by using keys, or how do I scan my code for vulnerabilities? And it'll actually show you all the things that you can do from either a command perspective or integrated. Now, this is also integrated into the IDEs too. So what you're going to find is when you have Sneak integrated, there's going to be scenarios where you're going to find code that is insecure. What the integration with Gemini allows you to do is actually, hey, we found this vulnerability. How do we fix it? Oh, you get a quick fix option with Gemini, and you can use that quick fix option with Gemini and Sneak to use the most appropriate way to fix that particular vulnerability. And this is an example of how easy it is to do that. This really kind of shifts the security profile of your code development to the left. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to fix problems before they get into the pipeline, and we're dependent on upstream folks to deal with it, right? Because QA departments or some other form of folks creating tickets, that all adds operational overhead, where if you could just run this while you're developing, make sure that those fixes happen before the issues arrive, it really helps you secure your platform. Okay, so that's all I have for today, and I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I'm going to pass it back over to my friends at Avenue Code.
Hello everyone, I am Michael, and I'll be with you for the next few minutes. Thank you, Steven, for the excellent demonstration of Gemini Code Assist. It's incredible to see the possibilities and how the Gemini Code Assist can be a game changer in software development. So, I would like to have a conversation with you about some key challenges in IT industry and how we can support you and address them. So, according to IDC research, AI code assistants have the potential to increase developer productivity by an average of 35%. This means that it's possible to deliver exactly the CIOs are looking for, according to the Gartner survey. A 35% productivity increase translates to approximately 14 additional working hours per week. That's significant. Let me ask you a question. What is your current stage with Code Assistant? Are you using them widely and looking for a governance framework? Are you using them daily but would like to get metrics or best practice to scale Gemini Code Assist usage? Or are you piloting internally or haven't started yet? There are no problem with whether your current stage is. Let me show you how the Avenue Code can support you in this process. We create an offering that will enhance your organization maturity with Gemini Code Assistance. I present GenAI powered software engineer with Gemini Code Assist. In summary, we offering accelerate adoption and maximize results through our three maturity pillars. Move on, we have our three maturity pillar. Adoption is for companies that haven't not yet started and are in the pilot phase with the code assistant tool. Acceleration for companies that already use Gemini Code Assist on a daily basis but would like to speed up and scale its use. Or impact, company interested in established governance in defining customized metrics through a creation of a coin. Let's get started by adoption. According to Gartner, 63% of organizations are either piloting, deploying, or have already deployed the AI code assistants. That research was made in 2023. However, Gartner predicts that 30% of generative AI projects will be abandoned after proof of concept by the end of 2025. There are many reasons for this prediction, including difficult to demonstrate clear business value or justify investment. What if you could leverage full potential of Gemini Code Assist without these higher failure risks? Let me show you our offer Gemini Code Assist Jumpstart program. Basically, we can support you in creating the best adoption process. Inspired by Gemini Code Assistant framework, we'll be able to make the optimal adoption path for your organization maximize ROI from day one. Some expected results: up 35 increase in productivity compared to self-guided implementation, and up 80% team adoption in rate of half time normally required. There are some expected results you can earn with this program. Move on to acceleration. According to Gartner, by 2028, 90% of enterprise software engineers will use AI code assistants. I said 90%. Do you have a plan to scale Gemini Code Assistant usage in your company? According to IDC survey, companies were asked, thinking about AI Code Assistant, you've used it within the last 12 months. What are the top three benefits of the Code Assistant? The result shows that improved code quality and faster time to market rank first, followed by other significant benefits. As you can see, there are many good benefits using the Gemini Code Assist. Efficient and scale. We can support you in scale Gemini Code Assistant usage in your company through our efficient and scale offering. In summary, we elevate GCA usage in your company with our scaling framework. Some expected results: accelerate developer productivity with the 65 faster time to proficiency, and higher code quality through specialized training and best practices. There are many reasons to adopt this framework with us to accelerate your adoption and scale up your process. Move on to impact pillar. According to IDC research, 89% of developers reported productivity improvements, while 1% experienced a decrease. You can clearly see the impact of the Gemini can assist can deliver. Gartner also states the number of use of AI agents will increase to meet productivity demands, which will require the advanced AI technology. Do you have a governance framework for Gemini Code Assist using in your company? If your answer is no, I can support you in this process with our offering, transformation and innovation. In summary, we help you to elevate your governance through our governance framework that's enable you to implement advanced implementation pattern for your organization, establish a center of excellence. Some expected results are customized suggestions optimized for your repository environment, specialized GCA implementation for APG, API management, or cost optimization strategy for maximizing ROI from GCA enterprise deployment. Okay, move forward. By 2028, the use of generative AI, GenAI, will reduce the cost of the modernizing legacy application. Are you ready to take this advantage? Let me show something interesting. Our offering, Legacy Modernization Part Gemini Code Assist. This innovation offer combines the Avenue smart engineering capabilities with Google powerful AI to help your organization to modernize their legacy application quickly, efficiently, and intelligently. Let's talk about smart documentation. Many organizations struggle with undocumented legacy systems, especially when senior developers leave. Our solution uses the Gemini Code Assist to reverse engineer your existing system and automatically generate comprehensive documentation. Some expected results: reduced knowledge transfer risk when senior developers leave from projects, faster onboarding with comprehensive system documentation, accelerated modernization planning through a detailed architecture understanding. This documentation becomes the fount for successful modernization effort. You can take this advantage using our smart legacy documentation. Move on, I would like to show you our application modernization. In summary, our expected leverage Gemini Code Assist to analyze the legacy code, create a migration strategy, and automatically refactoring while preserving your critical business value. Some expected results: up to 75% faster migration compared to a manual refactoring approach, or preserve business logic integrity while transforming to modern architecture. Wow, these services save both time and money in your modernization journey. I would like to finally talk about our AI powered development acceleration revolutionize how the team builds software. This specialized AI system automatically generate code based on your requirement, offer architecture suggestion, and resolve complex bugs. Some expected results: basically three faster time development cycles through AI-powered code generation and automation, reduce debugging with intelligent bug resolution and solution recommendations, improve code quality through automated review and architectural suggestion. This isn't about faster coding. This is to fundamentally improve how your development team works. In summary, our legacy modernization powered by Gemini Code Assist offer a comprehensive approach to transforming your legacy system from documentation to migration, ongoing development, or acceleration. We provide tools to expertise the modernization of your application efficiently while preserving your business value. Please drop in us a message. Start today with Take This Advantage. I am Michael. Thank you for watching.
All right. Before we wrap up, I'd like to thank again to our fantastic speakers for sharing their insights. So thank you, Stephen, and thank you, Michael. And of course, thank you, the audience, for watching this webinar. And if you also want to improve your team's productivity or modernize your legacy systems or legacy code by integrating Gemini Code Assist into your routine, let's get in touch. So thank you very much again, and see you soon.